Hello, Jessica Frost-Ballas here and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm sharing an easel card using a few gorgeous new dies from Crafty Meraki, so let's get started. First, I've die cut a bunch of succulents from the Artisan Flora Succulent die set with cardstock in various shades of green and purple. Each die cluster contains all the pieces you need for that specific succulent plant, and I'll show you how to put them together. The long plant has 3 pieces and I add glue to the back of the top 2 layers. You can just use the shape of these leaves to line up each layer. The small flower has 2 pieces, and you can line the top layer up with the bottom of the flower shape. I also like that you don't have to be precise with these layers to still get a really cool effect. For the next 2 plants, there's a little triangle on some of the layers to help you line them up. As long as the triangles are lined up on top of each other, the layers will be arranged correctly. I add liquid adhesive to the back of each layer and then build up the succulent using the triangle as a guide. The second to last layer is solid, and you can use the notch on the top to line it up with the layer below it. Finally, the top layer lines up with the top of the previous layer. And I follow the same guidelines for the last plant. I use the triangles to line up the layers and then use the top shape of the last 2 dies to line them up. I had so much fun with these plants that I created a lot of them, mixing and matching my colors. Then I die cut the terrarium die from brushed gold cardstock once and white cardstock 3 times. I adhered 2 of the white cardstock pieces together and adhered the last white cardstock piece behind the gold cardstock to create sturdier die cuts. I also traced the outline of the terrarium onto acetate and fussy cut it to create a glass-like solid terrarium shape. I added adhesive behind the gold cardstock piece and then adhered the acetate. Then I added adhesive to the bottom of the white cardstock piece and added the soil layer that I die cut from craft cardstock. To create my easel, I scored an A2 card base on one end at 2 1/4 inches. Then I folded and creased it along the score line. Next, I arranged my succulents inside the terrarium. I added adhesive to the terrarium and then adhered my succulents to make sure there wouldn't be extra glue on the back of the plants. Finally, I adhered the gold cardstock and acetate piece on top to close my terrarium. Then I added adhesive to the back of the terrarium on the soil section and then adhered that to the bottom of my A2 panel, making sure there was no adhesive above the score line. When I fold up the top of the card, you can see the little terrarium pop up. I added 1 more succulent to the front of the card with a little foam adhesive just because I liked those paler green shades. Next, I used the Gilded Greetings stamp and die set to stamp a sentiment. I like that you can stamp all the images at once and then die cut them all at once as well. I adhered another succulent inside the card to be the stopper for my easel. Then I added my sentiment to the top. From the front, the card is a pretty dimensional terrarium, but it really has a wow factor when you pop it up to create that easel. And that's it! You can find more information on the products I used and the Crafty Meraki release in the YouTube description below or over on my blog. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I'd love for you to subscribe to my channel. If you do subscribe, make sure you click the bell so you're notified the next time I post. Here are a few more videos you might be interested in, and until next time, have a fantastic day and happy crafting. Bye!